Start. And we are now live once again. And just so people knows, I'm trying to get used to my new headset, so things might sound a little quirky. We're gonna hold off a little bit on Prop 56, just simply because Steve isn't here. But I do want to go ahead and say hi to Steven Taylor as well as Bob tonight, guys. And, well, both of you introduce yourselves.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Colt, out of Stevensville, Texas. Tonight I'm vaping on some Epiphany, the Vision Juice. Absolutely amazing. I've got that in my stacked. And then in my TFV8, I'm running some Kata.
Okay. Well, Gerb, you're up.
What's up? I'm Gerb, from Ohio. I just walked in my door from dinner, so excuse me for a second. What am I vaping on? Right now I have my eye care. That's what I'm vaping on right now. I don't know where anything else is in my house right now. So yeah.
Well, I just got a message from Steve. He'll be here in a little bit. He's like, okay, I'm almost there. So, well, as everybody knows, I am your Vaping Minuteman. And I have been going crazy this last week on getting new things for the channel. And I haven't even reviewed a lot of the stuff I already have. But today I'm on the Limitless RDTA, well, Limitless Plus, and the Limitless mod, as well as a RX2/3 and a Baby Beast. So, I mean, really flat out, I don't really, because I was told the Baby Beast isn't as good, but it's comparable. And the flavor to me right there still isn't there. But I'm so used to drippers now, so.
Right.
You guys got anything new recently?
Honestly, the newest thing I've got is my stack.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, go ahead, Gerb.
No, go ahead. I gotta figure out what it is that I got. Come on.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about something that it's not Prop 56, but I don't know. Oh well, there he is, the man himself.
What?
We were just about ready to talk about something else, but since you're here,
What?
Go ahead and tell them who you are, and let's get into Prop 56.
Let's go.
What are you talking about?
We were waiting on you to talk about Prop 56.
Oh, Prop 56. Okay, so it
You're
goes back
more
to
educated than
what's that? Huh?
I am.
What?
He was just saying you're going to be more educated than he is.
Oh, okay. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. But what happens is so back in the day, you know, they passed these legislation that would enact excise tax on tobacco products, and that was okay. And you know, apparently there's some support, not necessarily always positive, but there's some support for, you know, increasing tax to keep people from you know, increasing the price of a product to deter people from buying it. So they did this. Well, we haven't in California. We haven't had an increase to this amount of money in quite some time, and we're wasting the money that we get from the Master Settlement Act quite a bit. In fact, let me find that figure for you here while I talk a little bit more. So we, I don't know. Can I? Are you there still? Okay, you guys are there. All right.
Yeah, we're here.
Hold on one second. Let me.
Oh. This is how it is with live shows. You never know what's going to happen.
That
But
was
while
perfect.
he's gone,
That
we'll
made
go ahead.
the best moment of the whole show. You there? Yeah. Okay.
We'll go ahead and talk a little bit about the PA rally. Have either of you seen even the little snippet I was able to get of the rally?
Honestly, no.
But probably not.
We had about 250 to 350 vapors right there on the steps. We had Fox News coverage nationwide about it. So, I mean, and actually,
Okay.
a lot of people don't know this, but today we actually passed in the Finance Committee the 5 cent per mil tax with the abolishment of the 40%.
Oh, you did?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bitchin'.
It passed in committee. So it should be going to the floor here soon.
So when will we know? When will we know that's going to happen?
We're hoping to know before the end of the month if it passes the House and the Senate.
Okay.
We're not going to know final until probably closer to the first of the year.
Oh, yeah?
Simply because it's no-proof majority in the House, it's going to go through like crazy. And we actually made a little bit of progress because I actually went to, we were standing on the steps myself. Okay, who is echoing?
Things coming off of
Maybe me. Hold on.
Steve.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing here. I got too much.
Oh.
Hold on.
But we were standing on the steps, and Speaker Turzai comes up.
Hold on.
Okay. Meet Steve for a second. Okay. And we were standing on the steps. Speaker Turzai that's the one reason I hate things like this. Speaker Turzai is walking up the steps. We cornered him, myself and my boss at the vape shop, and made him listen to us. So, and the first thing he said was, "It's still dangerous." And I hit him with the Royal College of Physicians.
There you go.
Okay, I'm going to try unmuting Steve just to see if it works. Okay, Steve. Okay, no echo.
Or at least minimal, yeah.
Okay, now I don't hear Steve. I had him hit your mute
no
button
echo.
because I had muted you.
It's really funny trying to watch him talk.
We can't hear you, Steve.
Oh, man.
About Google screwing up. Try going out and coming back in. But yeah, so that was
Talk about the debate last night and see him turn red.
Well, you know what, Gerb? why don't you tell everybody about weekend? I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to do it. It's either this weekend or next weekend. Or next week. On the 1st. At your shop.
Oh, well, it's actually at my shop. Well, not my shop. The event that I'm hosting this weekend, the event that Colt's hosting this weekend, and a local event to Steve. We're doing a countrywide release of the 3 lines that Smiley's now producing.
Yes.
Hello, hello.
Yep, we hear you, Steve.
What's ringing?
You?
You there?
Yeah. We're here, Steve.
Mute, but I was hearing you talk.
But there's no mute
same
button
here.
pressed, so I don't know what's up.
But
Who
yeah,
knows?
we're doing 3
All right.
events,
What?
launching the 3 lines this weekend, and it's gonna be epic. I know here in Texas, I expect no less everywhere else. So I mean, it's gonna be a good time.
Oh, we're sending it to you. Like, I'm going to go do it like right now. Once I get off this crap, I'm going to handle it. Anyway, so Prop 56. What happens is it's gonna put an excise tax on e-liquid at $3.87, not $2.87, but $3.87, and that's an equivalent tax per pack of cigarettes. Unfortunately, the $2 part that you're hearing about is the 10 cents per cigarette increase, and since there's 20 of them, that's $2 a pack. What some people have left out on their analysis of it is they left out the legal analysis or the actual reading of the text of the bill, where it actually shows in there where there's already the 87 cents in effect for the cigarettes, and then there's going to add an extra $1 on the e-liquid. So that's where the $1.87 to the 87 cents to bring us up to where cigarettes are now, the $2 to take us to where the cigarettes are going, and then the extra $1 because we're e-liquid. That's what's happening with the 387. So now the 60 to 69%, somehow that's what it is, because somehow somewhere somebody thought that that was about the equivalency of, I guess the $2 a pack is about the equivalency of the wholesale value of a pack of cigarettes. I've asked the question countless times to various people that I thought should know the answer, or be able to find the answer, and I haven't been able to get the answer. But it's simply like this. So is there a fixed price for a wholesale pack of cigarettes? Because I don't think there is. And I know there's not a fixed price for wholesale value of e-liquid, because I know it's dependent on all kind of stuff. So my point is if you happen to be frugal enough as a manufacturer of e-liquid, and you could come in and make your price say, $50 when everybody else is paying, or charging $100, you probably stand a pretty much better chance if, all of a sudden your price is going to go to 90 and their price is going to go to, 150.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, so if let's just make it be, 50% tax to make the math easy. If my price is 50 and their price is 100, and my price goes to 75 and their price goes to 150, so when I win, who's calling now? What's up with this? Boom, boom. What is all this happening? What is this? Is that me?
Yeah.
Making that boom,
I was
boom?
going to say, or it could be my mic.
I think it's Kyle calling. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this. But anyway, I'm just going to look at Colton because he's alive. Okay. So that's what's going on with that pricing then. So then it's a wholesale price, right? So what's going to happen is the wholesaler has to pay that tax, and then when they're going to sell the price when they're going to sell it to a retailer or a distributor, they're going to pay the price. already, so the tax is already going to be paid, right? So
Mhm.
we pay the tax on our sales to the buyer, right? So then the buyer does not have to pay that anymore. It's excise tax, right? Then the sales tax is on what they sell, right, as reseller, right? Now, that's just that little bit of it. The other big problem is that you hear about it gonna change the California Constitution. Well, it's gonna change the California Constitution because, and I, of course, you know, when I got cut off earlier, I lost the actual citation. So let me go there for a second. So what it does is it changes the California Constitution because the California Constitution already has in place where new taxes, a portion of new taxes has to go to schools, right?
Yeah.
Well, this one basically says if we don't make enough money for this tax, we're not going to pay the schools off. We're going to actually fund these other campaigns first, and then we'll worry about the schools. So it excludes the income from these taxes from the schools. Now, the bigger problem with that is that you say, well, okay, some argument is, well, if they're going to get 20 million to the schools, that's better than that's better than 0 million, and it's not quite 60 million, but who cares? It's still 20 million. Well, the problem with that is that we get this master settlement agreement money, and we spend 60 million out of the 180 million that we get, and we spend 66% less than what the CDC says we should spend on prevention of smoking, and we get all the money necessary to actually put those plans into action, and we don't do it. So why would we think that we're going to be any smarter with this kind of money, right? The biggest problem is that California is broke and they don't know how to spend the money. We got 1 million jackasses a day coming in to live here, and it's the most stupidest thing you ever think of. And then we give them everything that they ever asked for, and we take the actual people that are born here or born in America, and we don't give them in, and make it so much harder because actually we go about it the honest way. We don't lie. We don't say how many Javieres live in the same street, same house. That's not happening. I'm Steve, and my name's Steve, and that's Colton, and his name's Colton, and that's Robin, his name's Robin. We don't play the same guy because we don't look the same, right? And we do speak the language, and they know we speak the language. So
yeah.
So we get screwed. So we're broke. State's broke. So what's gonna happen is if right now I sell something for $5, and all of a sudden there's a 70% tax on that, it's going to be $8.50.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the price. And so I'm going to have to work really hard, and we've always done it over here, to make sure that the price that I'm selling it at is basically the lowest I can go for the moment.
Especially in California.
Well, but I mean, even to you guys, right? Because let's say that Ove Vape in Garland, Texas, is really thrilled with the Minuteman e-liquid line, or really dope on the Vision line, or gets super stoked on the new HFS stuff we've done, and they're just all about it, right? Well, Ove can buy from that psychotic rabbit that wants to kill herself all the time, and because they're right there, right? So that psycho rabbit with a death wish doesn't need to worry about a 60% state tax on her stuff.
Psycho rabbit with a death wish.
Yeah,
So
her.
you're saying that even out-of-state companies are going to be affected by it?
Yeah, my sales reports have to show that I pay that money.
Oh my goodness.
So in other words, the cost, for say my local shop wants to pick it up, the cost for my local shop to pick it up is going to go north, as to where if they buy juice from anywhere outside of California that doesn't have said tax, they're now going to be cheaper than what they can get Smiley for.
Correct.
Or, name your California juice company. I mean, there's.
Well, no. See, that's the point. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Pick it out. go pick up Kilo, and talk about, any of the juices. My friend juice line, some of the people on my team that make juice. I mean, this kind of stuff like Unanimous, pretty good juice. They're a shop, guys that own the shop, that one of our customers. And then you got the group that Mario's always repping. And I mean, and the problem, of course, is that the juice price is going to go up, and it's because they want everybody to quit smoking. So then not only do you have that, but then come January, the manufacturers were forced to register as a manufacturer and pay $12.50, and so you got to get a tobacco license. You got to pay the $1,250, and it used to be $1,000 or something like that. So that's a cost of operation is going to go up. I'm quite certain that I know like 80% of the other manufacturers out there do not have product liability insurance. So they start thinking about picking up product liability insurance. That's going to be that's based on your sales. So they're going to be at least into it for $350 a month. So now things are going up, right? Some of that stuff I'm already absorbing, and some of that stuff I'm already doing. But my low prices that I can offer people right now, now's a good time to buy my stuff.
Yeah,
I mean now's a real good time. Stop January.
What I bet a lot of companies are going to do, and say bye California and just move over into Nevada.
Easier said than done though, right? Because think about it. People lose their job in California. They lose their job in Texas. They lose their job in Michigan, and they stay there, right? I mean, and they say, well, there's plenty of work in North Dakota. Well, yeah, there's plenty of work in North Dakota. Colt, you want to move there?
Hell no.
Right.
Yeah.
They're right in God's country.
And we have good friends. We have good friends that Gerben, Colton, and I know that live in West Virginia. And the guy's been out of work, and he's out of work. Well, I mean, move, dude. Well, he's not going to move.
Yeah.
He's got 3-4 kids. He's probably upside down in his house. He's probably a back rent on his whatever the hell, or he's living for free in his mom's basement. Doesn't matter. The point is sometimes it's harder to move than you think, and it might be just easier to do a career change.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about setting up facilities, I mean, man, I've had to do that now a couple times in this, in the short amount of time that my company's existed, and just to find help, just to build the build out. You're into it for, just to get the hardware. If you get free labor, it's 50-60. So, dude, that's just like to get the hardware. That's if you had that balance, if they got the air balance handler guy to come in there and certify your shit. That is if the guy can already do the duct work and he does it free, or you get the duct work donated because the dude's a good guy and you know him for 15 years. I mean, I pull a lot of favors to get the stuff on the deals, but I still got to buy the fans. I still got to buy, the pieces to make the walls. I mean, you still have to do that, right? Yeah. And then you still have to buy the simple crap, the tables, the bins, the storage shelves, the steeping equipment.
I kind of wonder if this extra tax, even the out of state, if that wouldn't be a little bit of a hindrance to interstate commerce.
It is.
That's exactly what it's going to be.
It is.
It's going to be a Supreme Court battle.
No.
Hindrance to.
No, because the Supreme Court will say move. They'll say what you said. So you can't move. I mean, it comes down to, look, there's not enough vapors to have a pro vape, assured pro vape movement. Right?
Yeah.
So Nick's 56 with Stefan and Cindy and all that, Carrie and all of those big wigs killing it over there, are telling you got to drag 5 people with you to the polls that are going to vote the way you're going to want to vote. Yeah. And then we probably won't have enough, because
really?
even on my YouTube video, someone chimes in there, and this is the thing. They hate smoking so much, and we've done such a good job of telling everybody that nicotine equals smoking.
Yeah.
That we actually have failed ourselves miserably.
Yep.
Because smoking is not nicotine.
Exactly.
Okay, well, bro, you do know that anytime you inhale smoking, you must it must be due to the fact that you're smoking, right? If you ingest nicotine through some inhalation, it must be smoking. That's what everybody thinks.
True.
And what they fail to realize is back in the 70s, and it's in the blog post I've done and all the stuff. There's the infamous study where the guy says you don't die from nicotine, you die from the tar and ash from combustion. And the American Council on Science and Health has produced a tremendous amount of data. You just go to acsh.org, I think it is, their site, and you can go underneath tobacco, or you can go under harm reduction, and you can see right underneath harm reduction, you can see that they've actually, they go ahead and they say CDC's blowing up figures, CDC's falsifying this, misrepresentation of this, FDA's paying this, and we've gone. American Council of Science and Health has actually testified on the vapor's behalf, and they've done all that stuff. And why don't you hear about the American Council of Science and Health? Well, for that same reason that came out in popular literature just yesterday or the day before, where Daily Mirror or London Caller or one of them clickbait places put on there and said, the FDA will tell a scientist what to say, and if they want to keep their career, they'll do it.
Yep.
And truth be told, when I used to work on the university staff at a big university, I know for sure because I talked to program directors at NIH to get funding, and they would say, if you don't play by our rules and you haven't done this, and this, and you haven't gotten, if you didn't go and get a postdoc with Colt and Dr. Mathis over there, then you didn't work in Held's lab over here in Cleveland. You surely aren't going to get funded because we got a guy over there, Robert, that worked in both those places. Okay, so you're telling me at age 20, I should have thought about where I was going to go and do all my undergraduate, my graduate degree. And it doesn't matter that I'm in an R1 institution now and have all the ability and the knowledge to do the stuff. And I run around in circles with those guys. It's again, who you know, what you know. It's the same old thing. If a certain couple people think your shoes are cool, they're going to be cool, right? I mean, how come Adidas are not as cool as Nike? When I was a kid, Nike and Adidas were cool. Well, how come in America it's Nike, but in the soccer playing nations it's Puma or Adidas, and it's really Adidas? And who even wears Pumas in the United States? Right? Like, I have a pair, but it's because I don't care what everybody else thinks. But the point is, who decided that the Corvette was cooler than a Trans Am?
Everybody.
No, why? Why did they decide it though? The Trans Am was an ass-kicking vehicle back in the day. Who? I mean, how come what happened? Somebody decided it was cooler. There was more money. There was, they threw it at this. They suppressed this. They pulled at this. They did that. They got this. And it's always some back-ass story. And so here we are getting screwed again, and again. And the vapors themselves aren't doing enough. And I have the data. I have the whole library set up on a public Dropbox. You can go in there. You can get the studies. If the study that you're looking for isn't there, send me an email. I'll find it. I'll put it in there for you. I'll even email you the PDF. Read your own stuff. Write your own blogs. Go to Reddit. Find the crap that's anti-vape, that's pro-government legislation. Write something together. It doesn't matter if you're perfect with your English or you're perfect with your grammar. I mean, dude, I write half my crap at 4 a.m, and normally I'm pretty good, but I see a lot of crap 5 days later go, holy crap, I wrote that. Right? So, I mean, the deal is, but you got to get your thoughts out there. And the more people you can tell, and sometimes the people that, that struggle the most to read one paper will grasp that better than, people that can read it fast. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you get it and you put it in your own words. And then if you're kind of concerned if you're understanding it correctly, contact somebody that you think might have a clue about it. It doesn't necessarily have to be me. These guys on Mix 56, they'll eventually see your email if you actually, or your request if you actually write it nicely. And if you can't get to them, then email it to me and I'll help you get it to somebody. But
exactly.
The thing is I don't have a second job. I say this almost every week. I don't have a second job. This is my first, second, third, and fourth job. and you know, and it's everything I can do just to get my brand out there, so people actually realize it's existing, right? With the help of these guys, with the two guys that are here in the chat with us, those kind of cats that actually, for some reason, like me. I don't know how. and well, I mean, you should just hear some of the rants I go on sometimes, and they can put up with me enough, and feel the passion and believe in what they're doing enough to actually help me out. But it's truly a lot of work and patience on their side, and just barely giving them what they barely deserve, if even that, for over across a year for what they do in a week most of the time.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, they do a lot of work, those guys, and so.
Oh yeah.
So when they're in there and they're out there talking about it, even if they just talk about it, you know, even if they just tell somebody that the juice they've tried is mine, if they just tell them they've tried it, don't even have it with them because they got 25 other juice companies that gave them stuff this month. The point is, I mean, many of them didn't have that when they first started with me, so they don't forget.
No.
They know. So the point
sure don't
is,
forget, and you know that.
we give back, and they talk about it, and they help me get my name out there. But in the meantime, it doesn't matter how much work they do getting my name out there. You won't have my name to worry about if they keep regulating us out of business.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, so
that's the gospel truth right there.
Yeah, and my struggle this whole year has been not so much to get these guys to juice they care. I could care less. I just want to make sure they're not smoking. Right? So as long as they're not smoking and they're vaping anything else, I don't care if what else they're vaping. My point is, I had to position myself so that I could sustain some of these blows that we're going to take, like in the next 3 months, right? So,
exactly.
so I had to come up with a couple fucking I had to come up with a couple recipes, and I had to get the Minuteman stuff happening, and you know, and then I got fortunate enough to know HFS, and they turned their manufacturing on over to us, and you know, we got that first batch happening just in the past week. And I'm telling you, dude, some of that, I've never been so excited about the Minuteman, Bunker Bliss, and the Tasty Treat from HFS. They might very well be my most favorite juice ever I've ever tried.
Tasty Treat's amazing, dude.
With you and Vanilla Dream.
Well, no, right? I'm telling you, I've crushed. This is a Tasty Treat right here, and here was my second unicorn that had it in there, and that's a 15 unicorn, 17 unicorn, and I've gone to 2 of these today, and I went through 1.5 yesterday since 2 o'clock, and I went to the shop, showed him the Tasty Treat. Dude was flying off the hook with it, and that's all I took with me to the shop just to get him for the grand opening in Walnut, California this Saturday, and then the owner had a little 15 ml that says not for sale. It's a little tiny little label on it of the Minuteman. And I said, how about this one? I said, I really like this. He took it. He's like, yeah, that's my business. and I mean, I tell you, that's almost like a lemonade with the tea added to it. And then the Sweet Freedom is like that up in your nuts, like you expect the smiley fruits to taste like. That's up in your nuts lemon. Like that's almost like the Sweet Freedom is beyond lemonade. It's like Lemonhead lemonade. Like it's fire.
It makes me really happy to hear you say that about Tasty Treats, because me and Jordan talked extensively when he was working on that recipe, and that recipe went through a bunch of different versions, and I even sent Jordan juice to try because he had sent it to me. I was like, dude, you missed the mark on this first one.
Well, let me tell you.
And he got it nailed down.
Well, I'm telling you this. The OG stuff that he gave me, the recipe, to this one has changed. But let me tell you, when we took it into the shop, I asked him what they tasted like. I said, it's like one of them pastry things, right? I heard everything from fire, straight fire, to everything good in the bakery, to tastes just like a fucking funnel cake. That's what that is. That's a funnel cake.
Yeah,
right?
It's funnel cake.
Now, well, I know, but I'm not gonna. I didn't want to say it to when.
Yeah.
I want to say it to people to say, hey, what does it taste like, right? And I wanted them to tell me so I could get some ideas on how to describe it to people. You know, and I'm telling you, that juice is on fire.
And the first guy who tried it, he goes, "Oh my god, it tastes powdered sugar on the exhale. This is a funnel cake that I can actually taste powdered sugar in." And I was like, "Yes, it is." and that was the desired effect, because the number one thing about a funnel cake is powdered sugar. That's extremely hard to recreate in e-liquid.
Well, figure it out, right? So it's a little more. This one, it's a little smooth. This one is a little bit smoother, and they added one additional note to it in the same family. And it's what my favorite juice is. You can imagine what it used to be. We add a little bit more. So when it used to be like about maybe say a 1.5% of something, now there's 3% of something.
Okay.
And that little note of over 3,000 mLs is nothing. Probably most won't taste the difference really, unless you have one bottle compared to the other standing next to you. If you have an old bottle of Tasty Treat and you are a HFS listener or user and you're listening to this, previous HFS fan, then you need to save that last bit of Tasty Treat and get some from somebody, from me or from somebody or whatever you need to do. And when we send it to you, compare it. And trust me, you are now getting fully production steeped liquid that's been through the ringer, been the shooken, and been the sitting, and been the and we have large volume and it's all good. The slowdown was the juice manufacturers. I mean, some of our flavor contractors were jerking me around a little bit at the time, and of course, getting the money to handle it and just everything we had to do to get it together has been a little bit tough. The Minuteman is crazy. We're having one issue with the root beer, the crap from Italy, and it's just a pain in my sack. And my partner's spending more money buying audio video equipment and sending me some juice, sending me 8 milliliters of the one extract I need. But anyway, point being is, hey,
I have 30 milliliters.
I can just tell you so much. Anyway, so the deal is the other 3 are done and dusted, and the lemon is popping like a mother. So if you like lemonade, and you think you like lemonade, then here's what you need to do. You need to get yourself some Minuteman, because Sweet Freedom is straight lemonade, like lemon, and then in the Bunker Bliss is lemonade with a little bit of tea. And look for the social media with tribute to Arnold Palmer, and a little thank you, because listen to this, guys. He had the vision to mix two great flavors of lemonade and iced tea, with the insight to know that it would taste well while being on the golf course. Gave us the inspiration to develop Minuteman e-liquid Bunker Bliss. So from the makers of Smiley Epiphany, we give you Minuteman e-liquid. Thank you, Arnold. Rest in peace, Bunker Bliss.
Exactly.
Right, so that's the drill there. And that's exactly what I was thinking about when I said the Arnold Palmer, when I was developing the flavor with Rob. And the reason why I said Bunker Bliss was because it just sounded good to me, because I was thinking Bunker Hill, and I said no, Bunker Bliss, because Arnold Palmer was a golf. That's how we came up with the name. And Valley Forge is a coffee that actually does come pretty close to, if you remember the old Morning Espresso flavor from Smiley Days. If you remember that, it's going to be coming in just in time for the cold months.
I've still got a couple bottles of it that I've been.
That is some great liquid.
Keeping away from myself.
Yeah, well, I mean, and I'm not a coffee drinker, right? So if you can take that and you can put that with the Vanilla Dream, it's styling, and so you'll have that option again. And then, again the root beer, bro. The root beer is sick. It's so good that it seriously tastes like a root beer barrel candy after it's been sitting in your grandma's house forever. One of them like just super like just bomb with a little like you dipped it in ice cream. If you could take one of them root beer barrel candies and melt it and put it in ice cream, that's what you'd have with the original. It's so good. Problem, of course, is there's one little component that comes all the way from Italy, and I only need less than that much of it, and it's just a pain. So that's what's cracking. I mean, I'll need that much of it, a million times because I know it's going to fly. But I've never been more excited about something that tastes so good than I am with Minuteman and HFS. And of course, I'm stoked on Epiphany. Don't get me wrong, Vision's.
Dude, I have vaped the shit out of Epiphany.
Well, Vision is fire. I love Vision, the pineapple one.
The one that I've been wanting? Yeah.
You don't have Vision? Sent you Vision, did I not?
No. How long have you heard me say, I want a fruity menthol?
You got one.
I know. That's
okay.
What I mean. That's what I've been wanting.
But you don't like pineapple.
I do now.
Okay, good.
Once again, everything I freaking hate, you make me love.
Well, I know Gerb loves it because I'm somehow all of a sudden I got interested again in Cleveland. I don't know what the hell happened there, but all of a sudden and we're gonna send you guys stuff. We send you out like all the same packages, about the same amount of stuff for both things on Saturday, and I'm gonna leave after here and I'm gonna go over there and complete the paid orders that I got to get out, and then I'll start packaging you guys' stuff. And if I don't get it tonight, it'll go out tomorrow morning, and then you guys will be solid. You'll have it, by Friday at the latest. And you'll be getting a Gerb. You'll be getting that same stuff just because I know you were there or you're there nearby. If you can hear me, you'll get that same stuff, kind of like Jeremy got. You get the 2 tubs with enough to give out to like 100 people. You know what I'm saying? Each like 200 people.
Okay.
So you'll have like those and those,
Hey, Steve,
and then you'll have.
you're gonna be ready to kill me.
What's that? What is it?
Look how much is here.
That's what I need. Send that shit. Put that in the mail. Seriously, put that shit in the mail like today, like tomorrow morning. Seriously, I'm not lying. I need it bad. And so you're
Okay.
you're gonna get nothing giveaways, guys, that you have no idea that even what they are, and then you're gonna get the actual physical bottles of the HFS and the Smiley like you normally would think you're gonna get, and then you're gonna get a good amount of Minuteman in non-for-sale, non-display tasters, straight up tasters, so we can blow those out and get people tasting it and asking for it. So that's what's happening there. So you'll get the glass bottles of Epiphany, you'll get the glass bottles of Smiley, you get the glass bottles of HFS, and then you'll get like 3 times the amount of smaller bottles of Minuteman, right? And they'll have a little like paper label on them. And if you happen not to get those in the first package, look for the package to come like Saturday in the mail, and just don't worry about putting them in a get down. And if I got to send it by Saturday, Colt, I'll send it to the shop itself and just put it put market for giveaway next week or something like that. Don't even worry. Like that, I don't. It's not a deal so much as so. I just want, because they're hosting events that we're all going to and we're involved in. I just want them a reason to give them that so they can actually get it out there. And even if they gave it away with every sale, come in and pick your choice of 15 right here. Just go ahead and take it. Like, I just want people to taste it, and I'm not giving them so much that it'll hurt their business, right? You give them a 15 ml bottle, they ain't gonna give it crap, right? And I might even, some of the times, you might even get something like this little 15er of the Minuteman with a little paper label on it, just so you can like take it. I don't care, right? But I want you guys, if we do get it to you in time, and I'm pretty certain I will. I'm just got the little temporary labels to put on there is kind of a pain in the ass. I've been running out of them because we've been smashing this, and everything's dropping on 10/1, right? I mean, we're having 3 events. We're having 3 events on 10/1, and they're in 3 different parts of the country. Like, the only thing I'm missing really is like the far northeast, the deep south, and the far northwest. But we got the west, we got the central, and we got the east. If you do it that way, in 3 events, pretty big metro areas too. We got Cleveland, we got the Metroplex, and we got LA. Are you kidding me? So I mean,
I call that a hell of a release.
On October 1st, and the event down in Texas apparently has some pretty big names. I think the upside down triangle and the right side and the other triangle right there with a little star in the middle of it. I think whatever brand that is got some people going to the thing in Texas too. So
yeah, we've got the owners from Switch, the owners from Climax Cotton, Eric Hutchinson and Billy Greed from AV. We've got Adam Harper and Justin Green from Comp Life.
Don't forget Nicolette. She's coming too.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Nicolette.
Oh yeah. What about that one guy? I think he's like Silly or Shilly or or something like that. I know he got a hot ex that lives up there in like by Gerb, I think. Is he coming?
I'm not sure if he's going to be there on Saturday.
He's on the Long Beach team, I think. He's seriously, Long Beach, Longboard, Long Beach. I don't know, AV Long Beach. Yeah, I'm joking. I'm kidding. It's an inside joke with me and Gerb. Anyway,
hey, I'm not going to complain.
Well, we need
a bottle of Rawberry Moo or Tasty Treats in my box.
Bro, you're gonna get all that. That's what I'm telling you. You're gonna get all of that. I'm sending you the 120s. You know, you'll have like plenty. I mean, you know.
I am going to say, Steve, we need to do an Epiphany juice test.
Oh yeah,
you know, live juice review.
we could,
This here pretty soon too.
we could
The
do
juice review of if I did a juice review, it'd just be me drinking it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we could do all three of them over the next 6 weeks or something like that. I mean, like seriously, like we have some killer like this stuff. I'm telling you, the Epiphany is. I mean, we already know that the Drama Queen, the insight was good. Okay, we already know that that's a good strawberry vanilla, and it'll rock with any of them. But man, until you had that cantaloupe, creamy cantaloupe, that inspiration, you ain't tasted nothing like that. And then until you have the vision and you realize you gotta no matter how hot you build something that Gerb and Colin would build and like some triple stack kind of shit and it's still cool on the inhale and pineapple on the outhale, it doesn't taste burnt ever. And I mean you
I've abused the hell out of
that and crank it up to
juice when I get it because I want to see last point. I want to see everything. And it holds up to cloud chasing, and it still has killer flavor, which you don't see anymore.
That's what I'm screaming, right? So now you have that, and then like I was telling the people yesterday when I was joking with them, at the shop, I was like, singing to them. I was, doing the Alicia Keys crap. This juice is on fire. I was like doing that in the shop, and I told them, I said straight up, I said, check it out. The guys were trying it, and they're like, dude, that's good. That's really good, right? And that's really strong. And, man, that tastes awesome. And, man, what strength is that? It's a 6. Oh, man, I can't taste like 3. All this kind of business, right? And I said, yeah, real thick. That's good right there. And I said to him, look, do you expect me to make something that doesn't taste like I tell you it's going to taste? And they were all like, well, I said, come on. If I tell you it tastes good, I mean, come on. We haven't had something new like this in, 2 years? Like seriously, like the Psycho X. That's too cold. I said, seriously, we had Psycho X come out, and we had one good flavor in that. I mean, Jealousy was good for a minute, but we lost traction right away. Freaking the Drama Queen is good, but it loses its something after you just like Drama Queen. Who wants to be a Drama Queen, really? After it's like it loses its action, Now all of a sudden, we got a three slammer with Epiphany, with some semi-thoughtful names. Got some cool little graphic artwork on the bottle. Right, we had some issues with the labeling. We're gonna get that rectified, and then that'll be dope. And then we have the Minuteman, which is come on, everybody likes Americana, and join the American vaping revolution and vape Minuteman e-liquid, right? And
yeah.
Then HFS hits the market with a nice, decent price point and economical packaging, and that's just right what we like, right? And we are going to be fortunate enough to be probably able to offer that in plastic and glass, right? So we can take it up to the people that say they don't want plastic because it's just not cool, and we can give them a plastic bottle if they want plastic. Right, and we can give them it in the glass and give them the plastic in a bag of plastics and give it to them, sell it to them over there, and they can get 2 craps. Right, or they can buy their own Gorilla plastics and can furnish them labels if they want. It doesn't matter. The point is that come on, right now you take an HFS in a glass bottle, so it looks like everybody else on the shelf. Because if it's not going to go into a cardboard box, it probably should be glass. And then you have it sitting there. Now it's going to you got the names that you know and trust. Now it's made by commercial production facility. Everything is good, right? So it's going to be It's going to have some nice standard quality control right there. And you know that we've never, if you have any issues, you have a company that says just take it back and get 2 more bottles of whatever else you want in our family now, right? Because now, can we give you the HFS back if you want to trade it in? But if you don't like the HFS, you want to try to Minuteman and this HFS tastes like garbage, just bring it back unused. You know, the portion unused, get your HFS, get your Minuteman, get your Smiley, get your Epiphany. What? Right? The price point is the same across the brands. You know, they're all equally even at the same price point, and they're premium, commercial made, ready to go. We're still the no bullshit, you know, no gimmick lines, but it's just with a little bit more blended stuff instead of straight up in your face strawberry, you know. and the point is there's still a place for the strawberry and the watermelon and the apple and the raspberry and the vanilla. There's still a place for the Fab Five. And the OG line, that OG is going to be there, and we may relabel the OG, and we may come up with some kind of like Smiley OG on it, and just so you know that's the original crap. You know, we basically started all the rest of the stuff on, and that's how come we know how to make it strong flavors. You know, and that's what it is. So it's just,
I'm gonna send you a teaser as well.
Okay.
Dorothy Lane.
What's that?
Dorothy Lane.
Dorothy Lane.
From somewhere over the rainbow.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. So, and then I got some interest through Gerb from some guys over there across the pond and stuff. And if that guy likes it, you know, we might be really cool really quick. So, I mean, there's a guy in England that I've been, you know, chatting with, and if he likes it, seriously, he has some influence in probably the whole damn United Kingdom.
Cool.
And we got some bomb stuff happening in Asia too. Huh?
Julie over in chat, she was actually talking about that she may have somebody that'd be interested to do online retailer.
Oh, we always just like be interested in that. They need to just get at us. Just contact me on the wholesale inquiry form from on the website, Smiley website, and just go to SmileyLiquid.com and it'll redirect you to the right site. And just go to wholesaler inquiry over there on the menu bar and just say you want to be a retailer and just give me your information and we love that. Online, I mean, every option there is to sell, we're good. You don't have to go through a middle. You can go through me.
Yeah.
You know?
Just hopefully soon you'll be able to send me mine.
Well, yeah, dude. Like, you know.
I haven't even gotten mine
well,
yet.
Well, I need the what you got in your hand right there. Why don't you send it to me?
Yeah. You'll get it. Like I said, I'll probably throw in the teaser.
You're number one, bro. Number one in my life. You've had that, and I've been stressing this asshole in Italy. So I need to get it. And then we had a shipment where 2/5 of the shipment gets damaged, and you know I've been patient and waiting, and then all of a sudden I need the 2/5, and I say, "Where's the 2/5?" And some person on the chat, in the live chat at like 3 o'clock this morning, is telling me, "Well, you know, we don't have access." I said, "Man, check it out. I can show you the delivery statement saying that UPS didn't get here and the stuff got damaged and they tried to notify the shipper. Isn't that you? Yes, we'll have limited information." I said, "You don't need any limited information. Chargeback be a horrible thing to get right now. Why don't you just make it right and send me my stuff?" And then
well, guys, it's almost 11.
Yeah.
I gotta be up at 6:30. So.
Yes, sir.
And I know Steve wants to get back to work.
Well, that's all it is, man. I got up late today. I mean, these guys all know I was going to sleep because I was arguing about Toyota trucks. And then,
yeah.
Gerb said the right thing. Gerb said, "I'm glad that I'm not on Steve's radar today, and it's you."
And Burris said the dumbest thing you can say, "I don't care if I am."
Yeah, right. I don't care about radar. We're gonna have an argument. We can have an educated argument or some crap. Yeah, right. Bring it, boy.
Everybody, go ahead and do their outros. Remind everyone about your Instagram, everything, and just let them know.
All right, y'all. I'm Colt from Steamville. IG is clouds over TX _TCL _TRW. If you're gonna be in the Fort Worth, Dallas,
Just look up Colt Matt, Colt Ray on there. Don't be looking up clouds _ what the _ hashtag. Come on, man.
But anyway, if you're going to be around the DFW Metroplex area this weekend, we're having a huge advocacy comp. Come see me. It's going to be a badass time.
Yeah, it will be. Gerb?
Yeah, Gerb. Gerb _ACT on Instagram. If you're in the Northern Ohio area, come up to Cleveland Vape this weekend. Finals for our little series comp and the release of all the new lines.
Yep. And I'm the guy.
If I wasn't working, I'd be coming up there. But
Yeah, I would expect you to have been there if you weren't working. But I'm the guy that kind of tries to keep things together. Fortunately, I have all these guys helping me out. My name's Steve, though, and I'm with Smiley E-Liquid, and I'm the owner. And pretty much, like I tell everybody, if you get a hold of Smiley E-Liquid on the telephone, if you call the 800 number, it rings my cell. If you get a local area code number, it rings my cell. If you send an email to info@ or steve@smiley-e-liquid.com or any of that, it gets to my email. If you fill out the contact form, it goes to my email. So if you're following Smiley Liquid on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, anybody else, dig it, Reddit, anything like that. On Reddit, I'm Frontline Vape Warrior. Sometimes, if I'm not Smiley, sometimes I'm Frontline Vape Warrior. If you go to Google Plus, I'm that guy. All of that stuff. If you any external communication, it's me. And then if you happen to get sold by someone who's not me, you can always check their veracity or the validity of their claims by just asking me. Pretty much, if they don't tell you that they know me and can call me on their cell phone and get me to call them right now, right back, because even if they need me that bad, they'll send a text saying, "I need you to call me right now," and I would call them right then. Because those guys that represent my product are all I got out there. And if you need anything from me and you don't feel like going through or you want to get a different price or whatever, or check a price locally, all you got to do is ask one of the guys on the team. We have them strategically placed throughout the nation pretty much. And, you can always ask me who the reps are in the area, and I can give you guys probably somebody within 500 miles, unless you're in Idaho.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're
and of course,
in a population-dense area, you can get somebody.
Exactly. And of course, everybody knows, as always, you can check me out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. I'm out there. But I do want to let people know this weekend, or actually Monday, I had a discussion with the owner of Purpose E-Liquids.
What?
We'll be having him on probably in the next couple of weeks, because I want him to tell his story. Every one of his e-liquids, a portion goes to advocacy, one goes to autism, each one has a different thing it goes toward.
One goes
the Cancer Institute.
One goes to autism?
One of his e-liquids is called Puzzled, and it goes to autism support. He actually hires a lot of mentally and physically challenged individuals to help support their job.
What's this guy's name again? Or the name of the liquid?
I forget his actual name, but it's Purpose E-Liquid.
Like, I have a purpose in life?
Yes.
It's Purpose E-Liquids.
Oh, purpose with a P, as in Paul.
Yes.
All right.
He is from Pennsylvania. He was actually there at the thing on Monday.
Okay.
So he'll be on, just to talk about his line, as well as just to let people know a little bit more about what's going on with him.
I'm down 25,000% on that one.
Most definitely.
If he wants, you know, yeah, we'll talk all about that, especially that puzzled flavor.
But as you see, our mascot Kingdom has it too.
Yeah, I'm down. Bring it. Yep, bring it.
But we are closing this out. I will see everybody next week. Hopefully Monday, I'm going to try to record a couple videos. I hope my audio as well as my video came over better this week.
Super loud. No, seriously.
And the mic's almost all the way down.
It's super loud. It's super loud and super clear.
But yeah, the mic's almost all the way down.
Sounds like you're like talking in an auditorium, like loud. Like really.
If he's louder than you, that means he's right.
Right. Absolutely. And you sound like you're faded all the time. You must be talking on like your phone speaker or something, right?
All the way up.
And Gerb's actually talking on his phone, but he's falling asleep, but I can still hear him.
I am.
I know.
Well,
yeah. Puzzled, handcrafted cereal lover in all of us. Yeah, man, that's his liquid. So it's a handcrafted with the cereal lover and all of us in mind. A delicious blend of just the right amount of cream and fruit flavor. $1 of each bottle, so it will be used to fund employees with special needs and to raise awareness about autism.
Awesome.
But yeah, guys, thanks for coming.
All right.
And see you next week.